Hey guys, what's going on? James here. In this video today, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I want to gush about offensive coordinator Liam Coen because I think he has been phenomenal. Phenomenal for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers so far this year. Right now, midway through the season, the Buccaneers find themselves fifth in points in the NFL right now per game with 28.8 points per game. They also find themselves fifth in yards per game in the NFL. That is very different from what we have seen in the past 2 years of the Bulls era. In 2023 with Dave Canales, you had them at 20th in points in the NFL and 23rd in yards. In 2022 with Byron Leftwich, they were at 25th in points and 15th in yards. We have not seen offensive efficiency like this since the Bruce Arians era, where in 2021 they were second in points, second in yards. 2020, third in points, seventh in yards. 2019, third in points, third in yards. Even going back further, folks, to the Dirk Cutter era, things now are better than what they were then. In 2018, 12th in points, third in yards, a smidge better. But before that, 2017, 18th in points, 9th in yards. The year before that, 2016, 18th in points, 18th in yards. It's been really, in my opinion, a renaissance of offense for the Bucs so far this year. And this has been such a fantastic hire for Todd Bowles. And I know hindsight is 2020. I understand that. And I know a lot of people have said, "Oh, thank goodness the Bucs lost Dave Canales." But context matters. At the time, whenever Dave Canales did go to the Carolina Panthers, it was a huge loss for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't think it's fair to deny that at that time, contextually, yeah, it was a big loss. But the ability of Todd Bowles, his staff, to identify the offensive mind of Liam Coen is just a fantastic stroke, in my opinion. There is legitimate talk of Liam Coen being a head coaching candidate after this season in some circles, like the New Orleans Saints. Not so much the New York Jets right now at this point, but I'm sure there will be more teams interested later on. In my opinion, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers cannot lose Liam Coen under any circumstances. I really do believe that. And I think that you should do whatever it takes to keep Coen around for the foreseeable future. It reminds me a lot of the Lovie Smith, Dirk Cutter situation, but different. It's different. I think that Liam Coen is a better offensive mind than Dirk Cutter. I think that Liam Coen is a better offensive mind than Dave Canales. The Arians, it's honestly, I'm not going to say that he is a better offensive mind off of 9 games with the Bucs versus everything that Arians did with the Bucs while he was head coach. That would just be ridiculous in my opinion. But Coen has shown a lot, and I think that it is very encouraging what we have seen from Liam Coen so far this year. Even to take it a step further, you take a look at not just in terms of the total offense that the Bucs have been able to do, but really also you take a look at the rushing stats of the Bucs and the offense has come alive. We've seen in years past, well, the Buccaneers can pass the ball, right? Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can pass the ball. They've been able to do so with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin for years. But rushing the ball, so far this year, the Buccaneers have a top 10 rushing offense in the NFL right now through the first 9 games of the season. Let me go back to 2023. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers posted the 32nd best. That's actually the worst rushing attack in the NFL under Dave Canales. In 2022, under Byron Leftwich, guess what? The 32nd ranked rushing attack in the NFL. In 2021, they posted the 26th rushing offense in the NFL. In 2020, during that Super Bowl season, they still only posted the 28th rushing offense in the NFL. They could not find balance. Even going back, let's keep on going. 2019, they were ranked 24th in terms of rushing yards. 2018, they were ranked 29th in terms of rushing yards. 2017, they were ranked 27th in terms of rushing yards. 2016, they were ranked 24th in terms of rushing yards. What about 2015? Well, finally, they were ranked 5th in terms of rushing yards. Folks, it has been almost a decade since the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have had a top 10 rushing offense in the NFL. And you know what that shows me? First off, that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have really not been good at running the football in the past decade. But secondly, that balance has really, really helped out the makeup of this offense. And some people will point to the offensive line. To be completely honest, folks, 3 of your 5 starters on this offensive line are the exact same from last year that they are this year. Tristan Wirfs is still around as your left tackle. Cody Mock is still your right guard. Luke Gedeke is still your right tackle. You've brought in Graham Barton. You have brought in Ben Bredesen. I feel that those two help a healthy amount to the overall rushing attack, right? But I think scheme matters as well. We've seen so much creativity from Liam Coen. Creativity that was promised and not always fulfilled from Dave Canales last year. Creativity that finds new ways to get your playmakers the ball. I think no better example comes than from what we've seen after Mike Evans and Chris Godwin have gone out with injury. They've been out for a couple of games now. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are still finding ways to score points. 26 points against the Atlanta Falcons, 24 points against the Kansas City Chiefs. That is with Cade Otton being your leading receiver, with 2 running backs getting opportunities in Bucky Irving and Rachaad White, and really not a ton of volume going to the running backs. Liam Coen is making it work and making it work in creative ways. That is notable, and that is so encouraging. I say all of that to say this. Again, I mentioned it earlier. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers cannot lose Liam Coen under any circumstances. This guy, I do believe, is a future head coach in the NFL. People may say, whoa, James, jumping the gun, calm down. Maybe that is the case. But it has been such a breath of fresh air, and I've even heard Trevor Sikkema talk about this in his podcast that he does with Connor Rogers, the it's the Stock Exchange podcast, where, and I agree with this scenario, and I will propose this scenario to you folks. If the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in danger of losing Liam Coen after this season, be it if they get any indication that Liam Coen will be hired away as the head coach of another football team, they should promote Liam Coen to head coach. And I agree with that. I do. Even if the Buccaneers go 9-8, if they make the playoffs again, maybe if they win a wild card game, whatever it may be, even if they have similar results to what they had last year, I still think you have to do a move such as that. I really do. And some people may disagree with that. I would completely understand where people are coming from. It's a brutal business in the NFL. And Todd Bowles would be losing his job because he's too good at hiring people. It happens, man. It happens not just in the NFL. It happens in all types of business. A lot of you know what I mean in terms of just people get hired and they eventually take the jobs of those who hired them. It happens all the time in different businesses around the world, and the NFL is no different. It happened to Lovie Smith with the Dirk Cutter situation just a couple of seasons ago. Honestly, it happened whenever Raheem Morris took over the job of John Gruden. Like, these types of things happen. They do. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. I have that much confidence in Liam Coen. I don't necessarily, that is saying if, and that's a big if, he were to potentially get hired away. We have no indication that that's even a thought right now, right? But if this offense keeps on performing, is still incredibly balanced, things are going to heat up for Liam Coen in terms of head coaching opportunities. And if that does happen, the Buccaneers may have a hard decision on their hands, and I do believe it would be a hard decision. But I personally believe the right decision would be to keep Liam Coen at all costs. And this isn't just an idea of Baker Mayfield and continuity with the quarterback like we had heard in the past with Jameis Winston and Dirk Cutter. I honestly just believe in the scheme. I think that more players benefit and are elevated in this scheme than just the quarterback, which is kind of what we saw in the Dave Canales offense last year, where yes, the quarterback play was elevated, but a lot of other aspects of this offense were not elevated. This entire offense looks rejuvenized and, quite frankly, fantastic under Liam Coen. I really do believe that, and it's why I wanted to make this video and say Liam Cohen should be around to stay. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing him as the next head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But what do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this down in the comments section below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed. As always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.